Hello. Hope all is well with you and your family. I'm going to share a creepy story with you and your family today. Prom night. Johnny left his friend's house late at night and headed home down the dark country roads. And suddenly it began to rain. Johnny saw a blurry image of a woman in a long white dress walking down the middle of the dirt road. Johnny had to stop suddenly, so he asked the young woman if she needed a ride. Without saying anything, she got in the car and sat in the front seat. Since she was shivering, Johnny took off his coat and put it over her shoulders like a gentleman would do. And after a few miles, the girl indicated again, without a word, without speaking, that she needed to get out at an old, dark house. Johnny slowly stopped the car and the girl opened the door. Johnny rolled down the window to ask for his coat, but the girl was suddenly gone. He left his car and walked to the door. An old woman appeared, and he explained that he had forgotten to get his jacket from the young woman he had just picked up and dropped off at the house. The woman began crying and explained to Johnny that her beautiful daughter on this evening 10 years previously was on the way to her prom when she was suddenly killed in a car accident. She was buried in the cemetery, the dirt cemetery up the road, in the exact spot where Johnny had picked her up. The next day, Johnny drove to the same cemetery to confirm the woman's sad story. And there, on the grave of a young girl, Johnny saw his jacket. Hope you enjoyed our first creepy story. We have another one for you. Good night.
Welcome to our second story, where today's theme is going to be about the unheeded warning. A young lady was driving home after a long vacation. Sometime after midnight, a very heavy storm begins, and she notices that she is almost out of gas. She sees a sign for a gas station and convenience store and pulls off the interstate to fill her tank. The place is obviously open, but deserted, run down, and old. She almost drives on, but concerned she might run out of gas, she decides to stop and get gas. As she pulls in, a tall man with a baldy, scarred face comes running through the rain. He pumps her gas, and the girl rolls her window down just enough to hand him her credit card. He grabs it and he runs back inside. The scarred man comes back. He tells her to come inside because her card was denied. And he hurries back inside without allowing her to respond. She really doesn't want to go inside and considers driving off without paying. However, she decides to go in very quickly to take care of the bill. And she leaves as soon as possible. When she gets inside, the man grabs her arm and tries to talk to her. His voice is rough and difficult to understand, and she thinks he may have had his voice damaged or whatever accident scarred his face. The man gets increasingly excited, and the young girl becomes more frantic. She finally wrestles herself from his grip and runs back to her car, leaving the station as quickly as possible. She sees the old man through her back window, yelling and gesturing to come back, but she keeps on driving. She turns on the radio to help her relax, and she sees something move beside her. She looks in the rearview mirror just as the man appears in the back seat holding an axe. The last thing she sees is her life. The scarred man at the gas station had been trying to warn her all along. The end.
Thank you for joining us, and be safe.